Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're getting into something pretty exciting in medicine. Pulse field ablation, or PFA.
Yeah, it's definitely making waves. People are calling it, maybe the biggest thing in electrophysiology in, what, a decade?
Exactly. So our goal here is to really unpack this for you. We want to look at the science, which is fascinating, the market potential, huge, and, of course, the risks. Because there are always risks with new tech.
Absolutely.
Okay, so let's start right there. What is PFA? Why is everyone talking about it?
Well, unlike the traditional ways using heat or extreme cold, PFA uses these really short, high-voltage electrical bursts.
High voltage, okay.
Yeah, and these pulses create tiny microscopic holes, or pores, in the heart muscle cells, the cardiomyocytes.
And that helps with things like AFib, atrial fibrillation.
Precisely. It targets the problem cells causing the arrhythmia.
Hmm.
But here's the really clever part, what they call irreversible electroporation. PFA is, well, it's highly selective. It mainly affects those heart cells, but tends to leave the surrounding stuff like the esophagus or important nerves largely untouched.
Ah, okay. That sounds like a big deal, safety-wise.
It is a big deal. That tissue selectivity is the core innovation, really. It lowers the risk of some really nasty complications we sometimes saw with the older thermal methods, like damage to the esophagus, that rare atrioesophageal fistula, for instance,
Which could be fatal.
which could be fatal, yeah.
So, okay, that's the science. How's it translating clinically? Are doctors actually seeing these benefits?
The early data looks promising. It seems to be at least as effective as the old methods, and it's faster.
Faster. How much faster?
Procedures can be cut down by maybe 15 minutes, sometimes even 45 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah, and that improved safety profile we just talked about. That's key. Plus, the speed means hospitals might be able to treat more patients. So there's an economic angle, too.
That makes sense. So this speed and safety, is it just stealing share from older procedures, or is the whole market for ablation growing because of PFA?
Good question. It seems to be expanding the pie, actually. The growth projections are, frankly, enormous.
Like what?
Like a compound annual growth rate, KGR, somewhere between, say, 38% and 45% over the next 5 years. That's explosive.
Definitely.
And it's because doctors are adopting it incredibly quickly. Some hospitals switched, 50, even 70% of their ablation cases to PFA really fast after it got approved.
So it's the safety, the speed, plus more people needing treatment for AFib generally.
Exactly. That combination is making ablation seem like a better option for more patients potentially earlier on.
Okay, so we've got this picture of really rapid adoption, clear benefits, but you mentioned risks. Nothing's perfect. What are the downsides or the unknowns here?
Right. So PFA avoids the heat or cold damage, the thermal risks.
Yeah.
But it brings its own set of non-thermal risks that we're frankly still learning about. Well, there's some data suggesting it might cause hemolysis, that's breakdown of red blood cells, and potentially some myocardial damage, heart muscle damage, that could maybe affect kidney function down the line. Still early days on understanding that fully.
And I remember reading about an issue with one specific system.
Yeah, that was Johnson & Johnson's Varipulse. They had a temporary pause in the U.S. rollout after, I think it was 4 neurovascular events. Basically, strokes happened in about 130 patients.
Oof. Okay.
Yeah, it really underscored how important technique is and, choosing the right patients, managing them carefully. It's a new procedure.
Right. Any other potential issues people are watching?
There are some less common concerns, like temporary spasms in the coronary arteries, or something called atrial stunning, where the heart's upper chambers don't squeeze quite right for a bit.
And what about the long view? For investors, say, or health systems?
That's a big hurdle. We just don't have the long-term data yet, 2, 3, 5 years out. How does safety hold up? How effective is it long-term? That fuels debate about cost. The equipment's expensive up front. Does it pay off with fewer complications later?
The competition must be intense.
Oh, yeah. Fierce. You've got the big players duking it out. Boston Scientific's Varipulse seems to have good momentum.
Yeah.
Medtronic's Pulse Select was actually first in the U.S. J&J is navigating that Varipulse situation. And then Abbott's coming along with their Volt system, trying a slightly different approach.
So boiling it all down, PFA looks like a genuine step forward, right? Safer, faster treatment for arrhythmias set for major growth.
I think that's fair. It's definitely disruptive.
Yeah.
Huge potential. And it's a big manic. But its path really depends on managing these unique risks and getting that crucial long-term data.
Which leads to a bigger thought, maybe, for you listening. When we get these exciting new technologies, things that promise so much, How do we balance that excitement, that rush to adopt, with the need to really thoroughly understand the full picture, the long-term effects? Something to think about. We hope this deep dive helped clarify things for you today.